In the future, my car is going to be like a spaceship with wheels. It'll have special powers. If I called, it would come and get me. With just a wave of my hand, the door will open, just like magic. It'll recognize me. It knows how I feel, what I'm thinking, and it will drive all by itself. It's just like home. It's just like my living room. I can feel safe and cozy. My mommy and daddy can sit together, talk to their friends 1,000 miles away, while I can sit in the front, all by myself. I can discover the whole world, go on adventures. When I get tired, there will be a seat so comfy it feels like a cloud. Stars. I can see all the stars. There's the lion. While I'm asleep, my car would watch out for people in the street. It'll speak to other cars in a secret language. And it's going to look so cool. Like it's from the future. One day, it will be real. And I'll call it Eve.
India's second largest IT company is one of the first of its kind to pledge to become carbon neutral. Over the past 3 years, Infosys's offsetting programs have supported over 100,000 rural families.
Since 2008, when we started on this journey, our per capita consumption has reduced by 54%, while our manpower has increased by nearly 2 times. Firstly, we have created a command center where we have the ability to monitor about 40,000 connected devices across a dozen campuses across India. So we use a lot of analytics which gives us opportunities for improvement. Secondly, we have embraced radiant cooling. We have a patent for it and we have found about 30% more efficient than conventional cooling. Our consumption from renewables is today at 46%. In the recent past, we have also invested in 50 megawatt solar capacity as well. Thirdly is our whole approach to carbon offset program. We have fully funded, managed and implemented our own carbon offset program, working with NGOs. We have not only through this program realized the benefits of carbon offset, but at the same time we have been able to create lasting social and economic benefits. I think whatever we have done at the end of the day pays for itself. I mean, there's a business case. It's not only about doing something for the society, which is important, but at the same time, it pays for itself, and you will also have a very engaged workforce who will be very happy about what you're doing for society at large.
This is our planet, home to 7.6 billion people. One thing that unites us all is food. By 2050, food demand will increase by 60%. Future-proofing food and nutrition is a massive challenge, especially when faced with climate change, resource scarcity, increasing waste, aging populations and unhealthy eating. Did you know food production and consumption are the largest sources of global greenhouse gases, contributing to more than 25%. And sustainable food systems affect our diet, but also soil, biodiversity, and fish stocks. If we fix food systems, we can help in the fight against climate change. But we must work together. Better research and innovation is the place to start. Food 2030 is the European Commission's research and innovation policy blueprint to transform food systems so they place nutrition, circularity, climate resilience, and innovation at their core. And it supports science and technology breakthroughs to halve the risk of non-communicable diseases, to create resource-smart and resilient food systems with 50% less carbon emissions, but also to build public trust and involvement. Food 2030 is also about growth in jobs, engaging in new partnerships, empowering communities, boosting skills in education. Food 2030 is about healthy and sustainable future food systems for everyone. It's about building a world where people can monitor their food intake and eat according to their own specific health and cultural needs, where farmers can run farms without chemical pesticides, where chefs can run restaurants with zero food waste, where we can 3D print our favorite food, and where nobody ever goes hungry. Help us to build the food systems we all want. Sustainable, healthy, and inclusive.
As California faces some of the largest fires in state history, tens of thousands of people are under mass evacuation orders, including in and around San Francisco Bay Area. Firefighting forces are stretched thin. Satellite images show thick white smoke covering a wide area across Sonoma County, adding to health risks faced by residents already struggling to stay safe amid the coronavirus pandemic, with the source and sheer scale of the fires showing up in infrared imaging. Further south, fires forced the University of California at Santa Cruz to call for people to evacuate from campus. Hundreds of fires are burning following a series of lightning strikes and a record heat wave across the state. The biggest fires have already burnt across more than 600,000 acres, an area twice the size of Los Angeles, destroying hundreds of buildings and killing at least 4 civilians and 2 emergency workers.
Mining involves the extraction of natural resources, which in turn drives our daily lives and economies. Fuel minerals such as coal and non-fuel minerals such as iron ore provide raw materials to power other industries. But mining operations drain life from their surroundings. They result in biodiversity loss, depletion and pollution of water sources, displacement of communities, impact on livelihood, health hazards, and much more. Eventually, every mine has a finite life. The resources might run dry, or it could be closed due to economic, social, or other reasons. The improper closure of a mine can have negative consequences on the environment and society. The land has to be reclaimed post-mining, and the environmental conditions need to be restored to a healthy state. The people need to be transitioned slowly to alternative jobs, and much more. As nations of the world are discussing and trying ways to reduce the use of fossil fuels and step into low carbon energy production to tackle climate change, a crucial aspect is to ensure that the process doesn't derail the lives of dependent people and the economy. This idea is called just transition. While India plans to increase its domestic coal production and also give a thrust to the overall mining sector, it is parallelly expanding on renewable energy to meet its goals of clean energy production. Thus, the state of opening, operating, expanding, and shutting mines, both fossil and non-fossil, is an ongoing reality. What are the challenges to make these transitions in the mining sector just for the environment and the communities? India produces at least 88 minerals from mines spread across several states, but concentrated in Odisha, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Karnataka. India is also the second largest producer and consumer of coal after China, with about 55% of the country's energy supply dependent on coal. The value of mineral production, excluding atomic minerals, touched